Hello there party peeps, my name is ArtByNature and today we have the VEIKK A30 to unbox from VEIKK themselves. I'd also just like to say a massive thank you to you guys for over 100 subs and to VEIKK for supporting me in my journey as an artist. I can't wait to grow alongside you all and I'm excited to see what the future holds for this channel. Here we have the main tablet itself. It feels very light and sturdy, meaning it's going to last a while and be very portable too. Here is the driver disc, so to speak. Simply hop onto VEIKK's website and just download the drivers from there. Just one click to install and your tablet will be up and running. This is the USB-C connector lead that you plug into the port in your tablet and a USB port in your tablet or keyboard. VEIKK don't yet have wireless tablets like Wacom, but I can certainly see them developing it in the future. Here is the tablet pen and protective sleeve. The pen feels different to the A15 and A50 pens, but not in a bad way. It's nicely weighted and feels comfortable to hold, which is a good indication of your drawing experience with the tablet. This is the quick start guide hidden inside the box alongside your spare nibs and the nib remover. Don't forget to rattle the box around to be able to find them. And this display in front of you is everything that comes in the box with the A30. To test out this tablet, I decided I wanted to create a digital rendition of a 3-minute study I did of my friend's cat, since I really enjoyed the lighting on the fur and the picture of her that I was using as a reference and wanted to capture it. Now for the software here, I'm using FireAlpaca, which you guys actually chose for me on a vote that I held on my Instagram story, the link to which is in the description below. I immediately noticed that the tablet felt different to the previous models I've tested. It didn't feel different in a bad way, but it felt a little sticky over its responsiveness and didn't feel as sensitive as the A15, which retails for the exact same price as the A30, which is £45 here in England. Despite this, it does still feel easy to use and very beginner friendly like all VEIKK tablets. The difference is only noticeable for me because I've used a total of half the products VEIKK actually sell, so I'm pretty well tuned into how the tablets feel for them by now. The pen is comfortable in your hand and the tablet has more than enough drawing space to go around, so no matter what monitor size you're using, the tablet will be a relatively painless experience, but no tablet can fully eliminate the wrist and shoulder pains you get from drawing for too long, so make sure you take regular breaks while drawing if you end up using it for over an hour. The touch-sensitive response keys didn't work as well as I'd hoped, so I reverted to using my keyboard shortcuts instead. The trackpad also didn't work that well for me either and only zoomed in despite the fact that it did say on the box it would do more. But that's no real issue for me since I never really used the trackpads anyway. The only time I did this actually was on the A50 for some extremely detailed macaw paintings, but the express key sensitivity should be something to keep in mind if you use them frequently. I only use the undo button and save shortcut normally. Now, the drivers seem to work absolutely fine with FireAlpaca, which is a totally free beginner software, which is why I used it, as these tablets are most often bought by beginners just getting into their field. Every now and then the software would randomly draw a diagonal line, but I could just undo that. I tried out Clip Studio to see if the same would happen, and it didn't, so that's just a quick warning for you peeps using these two together. I don't think the software fully supports the drivers for this tablet. As for the drawing itself, this is a more detailed continuation of the study I did of a cat called Ruby. It was part of my one song studies challenge I've set up for myself. The idea is that I put my music on shuffle, pick a reference, and press play. I have from the start to the end of the song to create the best sketch of that subject that I can, and once the music stops, I stop. Although of course I add the song and the time taken in next to the sketch. The sketch you saw in my sketchbook took me 3 minutes and 32 seconds, and I do these studies to improve my sketching speed and accuracy, but also to break myself out of my obsession with tight and controlled lines, which is also why I've been digitally painting a lot more. Tight illustrations are great, but unfortunately you can find yourself stuck doing them, and a diverse set of digital skills is extremely important for anyone interested in an artistic job, because it shows you're adaptable and competent in a lot of areas. The point of this study for me was to improve my colour accuracy. Like I said in my Why You Should Do Studies video, choosing what you want out of your study is a great way to improve on your weakest areas. I noticed that gauging daytime colours was hard for me, and I always made them too desaturated when I tried to render any subject in the sunlight. So here I was choosing my colours from what I could see. And this was what I could see on my reference. Since the colour picking study gave me a good idea of where my tone should be on my colour wheel, both the digital one and the one in your head, being able to gauge colours in your mind is pretty important when it comes to rendering subjects out of your head. But of course if it's fantasy, then you can bend the rules a little. I did so in my A15 test piece. Now, speaking of the A15, I previously mentioned that this tablet retails for the same price. So, how does it compete with the newer A15? Pretty well, for the most part. They both boast the same specs, with a 250 pps report rate, 5080 LPI resolution, and 8192 levels of pen pressure. They have the same size and the same company name. But it stops there. The A15 has 12 express keys that sport the usual button design seen on most tablets, and these are far more responsive than the touch keys on the A30. The A15 doesn't have a trackpad, however you can program the keys to do the same thing, so this point is really down to preference. The pens are noticeably different, with the A15 having a more defined grip and feeling slightly more natural in your hand, but the pen on the A30 does not affect your drawing experience in any way. Just please bear in mind, if you have issues with pen grip, the A15 has the better of the two pens for ease of use if you do struggle with small tablet pens or pencil-like objects. However, this is still a preference point really. And lastly, responsiveness. Like I said, the A30 feels less responsive than the A15, but the A15 is the newest drawing tablet from VEIKK, so of course it will be more responsive. Now don't think the A30 lags or is frustrating to work with. It isn't. The difference is noticeable if you've used the two, but it doesn't affect you. It's just a thought that crosses your mind while you do a quick doodle to warm up. So, which one would I buy if I had to replace my current setup? The A15, without a doubt. And that's because I prefer it as a tablet. It's just better, and it's a product that VEIKK are rightfully proud of. But the A30 would easily get me through a whole year of animations and drawings without a single complaint. I just have my preference. So, is the A30 a good buy? Yeah. It's light and portable, amazing value for money, with professional specifications, a large amount of drawing space, and an easy setup. I'd buy this as a gift for a new digital artist any day. Hey, I'd even buy it as an upgrade for them if they were outgrowing their Interest Draw or Sketch or whatever other tablet they use. It's fantastic, and don't think it isn't. It would make a great gift for the digital artist in your life, and would even make a great backup tablet if anything happened to your current one. It's a quality tablet and does everything it says in the tin. So, do I recommend it? Yes. Would I compare it to the A15 before buying? Yes, I would. And that's just because I would advise comparing any tablets before purchase. My favourite tablet from VEIKK is still the A50, and it's the first tablet from the line I recommend to anyone who asks. So, to sum up this review, the A30 is an amazing budget tablet that performs far better than you can imagine for the price. Its professional specifications and large drawing space are a dream to utilise, and you can produce some amazing drawings with this product. I honestly do wish I had a tablet like this when I was starting out. Check it out and see what you think, but don't forget to browse the whole VEIKK range. They produce only quality products in my experience. And this is the end of the review. Please share it with your friends, like and comment what you think. And don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to hit 200 by the end of the year, and Social Bliss says we can do it, so let's give it a shot. That's all for now, and I'll see you with a new video next week. It's ArtByNature, out.